To live and thrive, traditional Hawaiians relied on a deep connection to the land. They also relied on resources for fishing. They had a strong connection to the ocean and family. Hawaiian culture still continues today. The Polynesian Culture Center is one example.
Some resources from the land was used by Hawaiians like washing robes so they could catch fish to eat. Hawaiians also use water for their tourist patch. They use resources to make clothing and dark cloth and wood to make spears.
Hawaiians used kalo and chicken to thrive. Early Hawaiians looked for waterfalls to get water for their kalo patches and also drink to live. Hawaiians ate walo to thrive. Their ahupua'a system is how they know they have food all around them. They even made little fish ponds to store and raise fish so they have food later on.
In order for the Hawaiians to live and thrive, they need the ocean grass to make houses, sticks, and rocks to fight animals for food. And the Hawaiians needed to eat kalo.
The early Hawaiians made an ahupua'a system, which is dividing the land into sections from the mountains to the sea, if you didn't know that. Terraced pond fields were engineered to circulate. This was yielding up to 5 times more food. They also build sophisticated aquaculture systems that would allow small fish to enter.
An Ahupua'a is a traditional Hawaiian land division tropical area extending for miles and miles through the island and storing lots of food and water. Early Hawaiians ensured resources didn't run out by managing land throughout the Ahupua'a system and land divisions extending from mountain to sea. The early Hawaiians relied on a deep connection to the land and lots of time spent with each other. They had a lot of love for their land and cared for it a lot. Some resources early Hawaiians used were kalo and breadfruit for food, olona and hau for corn, and broad basil for tools.
Aloha, my name is Kiai Koanui, and I'm here to tell you what the Hawaiians used with their resources. The resources that Hawaiians used were o'o sticks for gardening, stone was used for tools, and shark teeth were used for their weapons. They also had water, though the Ahupua'a and dogs for food.
An ahupua'a is a Hawaiian land that is shaped in a wedge, extending all the resources necessary for the community survival for the Hawaiians.
An ahupua'a is a traditional Hawaiian land division that typically extends from the mountain peaks and it goes all the way to the ocean. The wedge-shaped sections follow natural land boundaries. The early Hawaiians used resources like bamboo for fishing poles for food. They also used gourds to drink water out of them.
The early Hawaiians needed food to survive. They made fishing poles to catch and eat food. They also needed water to drink by using gourds to drink out of, and since the islands had few native plants that are edible, settlers brought plants in their own canoe.
Ahupua'a is a place where Hawaiians live. Ahupua'as use shark's teeth for weapons.
An Ahupua'a uses rivers for their food supplies. I've seen an example of this at a nation of Hawaii.
My name is Mercedes. We will be talking about how Hawaiians save their resources. Early Hawaiians made sure they didn't run out of their resources by wanting to save some. They realized they needed to replant food to save enough for everyone to have. I have seen these same practices today, like when we were at the garden. Some of my classmates were planting kalo.
Early Hawaiians managed resources sustainably through the Ahupua'a system, which is a wedge-shaped land division extending from mountain to sea. They would use ohana mats and also wake for copper cloth. Another resource is volcanic basalt for tools. They also use gourds for containers and musical instruments.
An ahupua'a is a part of an island where there is food, plants, water, and structures. A resource early Hawaiians used was a leimanu club. It was used for close combat in fights or wars. They were made from shark teeth and leather.
An ahupua'a is an island that the Hawaiians lived. When they found an island to live on, some of the resources that early Hawaiians used included sharks. They would use shark teeth for all types of weapons like spears and more.
Early Hawaiians built an ahupua'a system to make sure they don't run out of resources. They only used what they wanted. They saved their food and water. They never wasted it. They saved their resources so they would have some for the future.
An ahupua'a is a part of the island that is mountain to sea. The native Hawaiians used an ahupua'a to share land, water, and food. Present-day Hawaiian traditions still happen through surfing like they used to. Hawaiians did hula dancing and they still do it today. Also today, fishing is still done like before right on the beach.